It's been a few years now since the Doom Resurrection project began, a labor of love by the Sega community to take the 32X port of everyone's favorite classic FPS and make it better. I've covered a few of these updates over the years and have been well impressed with the improvements this project continues to employ. To bring those of you up to date on what's happening, Doom Resurrection is a complete reworking of the 32X original, now running on a powerfully optimized version of Jaguar Doom. It started out fairly modest, with some speed increases and extra options that brought it closer to the port it should have been to begin with. But this team didn't rest on making it just a little better. Now up to version 3.1 as of the making of this video, Doom Resurrection is quickly becoming one of the best retro console ports of Doom available. And in this episode, we will go over some of the things that make this such an exciting release. If you know all about Doom Resurrection and just want to jump in and play it, links to the patch will be in the description. Let's waste no more time and get right to it. Doom Resurrection 3.1 for your Sega 32X. I had originally planned for this to be a very short episode just discussing a few of the new additions seen in this version, but you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about what makes this version of 32X Doom so incredibly nice. Right from jump, you get a nice new title screen with a fiery Doom logo. In the options, you'll discover your new graphics settings. It's here that you'll choose your resolution and detail, kinda like if this were a PC game. The details slider adjusts things like lighting and textures on the ceiling and floor. You can leave it low and in a smaller screen, but there really is no reason to because at the highest setting, it still runs very good. You also get a choice of widescreen mode if you want it, but you will need a device that allows you to stretch the screen. In the audio section, the original tunes have been completely replaced by a beautiful FM-based soundtrack by Spoony Bard. You can even offload some of the audio processing if you are connected to a Sega CD, which does result in a speed boost to the graphics processing. There is also support for 32X Plus and Sega CD tracks should you want to really change up your aural experience. Your controls can be completely remapped and there is now an always run option and a dedicated strafe should you have a 6-button controller handy. You will also notice that there is a save and load option on the main screen now. So yes, you have full capability of saving your progress. But that's not all, Doom fans, because this game also supports 2-player split screen action. No joke, freaking split screen in a game that wasn't even full screen originally. You can even choose to play in a co-op or deathmatch mode this way. But the additions don't stop even there. You also get zero tolerance link cable support should you have that, a device that used the second controller port for a Tizen link-up style capability. Let's have a little gameplay of the split screen so you can see how it fares. If you are an owner of the original 32X release, you know Sega really skimped on that version as far as content. There were only 17 maps and it was missing the boss fights and the BFG super weapon during the campaign. Doom Resurrection has finally righted this wrong by not only giving you nearly 30 levels of demon slaying adventure, but also a return of the Cyberdemon and Spider Demon boss encounters. Yup, both those bastards are here in all their controller slinging glory, ready to send you to the title screen over and over. There's also a slew of improvements that tackle everything from a timer to see your level clear speed, the skin face background from the original game, sprites that have front, side, and back animations, monster infighting, and Spectre's return in all their semi-transparent glory. Even the map has seen a load of improvement in both detail and how it's rendered. It even shows you the kill and secrets left in the stage. What that all means is that you have a version of Doom for the 32X that is light years beyond the rather anemic port Sega was responsible for publishing. Let's do a quick rundown of some of the stages so you can see how things are looking. Let's just go ahead and say it. You add up all these additions and improvements, compare them to the other console ports in the 90s, and the 32X now has one of the very best ways to play this title. Perhaps the most amazing part is that it all runs on real hardware. Yep, this isn't some hack job that only runs in emulation. Hook up your tower of power and you can play this version of Doom as it always should have been. There is a catch, however. This new edition comes packed in a massive 40 megabit ROM, which means you need a device that is capable of handling a game that size. I could not get this to work with my vanilla EverDrive MD, which just kept giving me this error over and over again. Don't fret if you are using a Mega EverDrive Pro or a Mega SD, however. I've tested it there for hours and everything seems to run just fine. I've also tried it on the emulator Sega Fusion, and again, everything seemed to run just fine. Let's go ahead and take one more run at some content so you can see this fantastic project in action. I cannot stress enough how impressive this is. While those of you that don't dabble in old console games are probably scratching your head and wondering what all the fuss is about, us retro gaming people love stuff like this. The fact that you can run this on original hardware is so incredibly cool, and the split screen and link cable multiplayer is worth trying just because it works so well. And while I have your attention, let's go ahead and throw up a credit screen so you can see exactly who was responsible for all this work. These folks put in the time so you could play a Sega version of Doom that was actually worth playing, and they did it with no chance at profit. The best we can do as a community is thank them for a job well done and recognize their hard work. They all have my thanks, and I hope you leave a message letting them know your thoughts as well. Should you want to give this newest Doom Resurrection a go, I'll put some links in the description, as well as a load of notes on what's been added. I can't stress enough how important it is that you use the correct ROM when patching. The wrong ROM version will net you a game that doesn't work, so be sure to get you the proper Doom Europe file before you begin. I'm Sega Lord X. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.